Today I've got a map with all 32 NFL franchises, and each player in the league has been put on their hometown team. Now, a couple months back here on my channel, I made a different video with this roster, and let me tell you, I had a lot of people yelling at me about how I define hometown. This time around, I specifically used the listed state for each player directly from Madden 24. So yeah, yell at them if you have an issue with anything on this roster, not me. Additionally, I've expanded many teams outside their specific state borders to include as many players from all areas of the US as possible, and to help round out some of the more thin rosters. We all know how Imperialism works by now. I spin this wheel to get an attacking team, this compass to send them on their way, and of course the winning team takes over new territory on the map. The Giants are populated by the eastern part of the state of New York. I mean, they've got Saquon, which is cool, Matt Milano, Curtis Samuel, sure, that's literally it. While on the other side, eastern Pennsylvanians are on the Eagles, Micah Parsons, Kevin Byard lift the D, Pitts, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, DeAndre Swift, great weapons, but Matt Ryan, not great. Are you kidding me? Right out the gates with a potential upset. I mean, Philadelphia is not the greatest team on paper. They are so much better. They have so many more NFL caliber players than the Giants, but here we are. We flip sides of the field because Madden is crazy. Matty Ice got to lead him down the field, score a touchdown, make the extra. Oh my gosh, this isn't going to happen. No, the check down to the side. He's not even in bounds. Matt Ryan and the Eagles score 10 points and lose to the Giants. What? Clearly, that's what I get for doubting Tommy DeVito. Tommy Cutlets, baby, coming through for the Big Apple. Winning teams do get to steal a player, so welcome to New York, Micah Parsons. They steal a wee bit of land, of course, while the wheel would next set up a matchup between the Vikings and Packers. The Vikings get players from Minnesota, South Dakota, and Iowa. Solid top-end talent, Tristan Wirfs, TJ Hawkinson, Dallas Goedert. Is it finally time for Trey Lance to shine? Tough scene, though, for the Packers, as the state of Wisconsin produced George Kittle and TJ Watt, but really not much else. Yeah, tough to see, Packer fans. I'm sorry. And by the way, Trey Lance did indeed ball out for the Vikings. Okay. The Vikes didn't need another tight end, so they steal TJ Watt. They also become a big old target on the map in the north, while the wheel decided to have us settle the Battle of Ohio real quick. Players from the eastern part of the state find themselves on the Browns, led by the Kelsey Bros, Marshawn Lattimore and Micah Hyde in the secondary. Can Mitch, though, finally be the truth? On the other side, Joe Burrow was hotly debated in my previous hometown video. Madden says he's from Ohio, so he captains the Bengals ship with a strong left side of the O-line, a premier target in Garrett Wilson, but things get thin very quick. This game started out with a safety of all things, which is wild, and as you can see, was back and forth down to the wire, but Cleveland was able to hold on for a tight 4-point win, and again, we had a shockingly dominant QB performance, this time by Trubisky. That being said, it was a no-brainer for the Browns to steal Joe Burrow. They now have sole ownership of Ohio, and we have a gigantic matchup on our plates. Battle of Texas, baby. Taking the south part of the state, we've got a big chunk of Texas-born players on Houston, and they look legit. Lane Johnson, Justin Tucker, Mike Evans, and Jalen Hurts leading the way. Let's go. The Cowboys, meanwhile, get North Texas and the state of Oklahoma. They are loaded. Patrick Mahomes with Trent Williams, Josh Jacobs, Tyler Lockett on offense, Myles Garrett, and Max Crosby on the same D-line. Are you serious? It really is a shame that we have to lose one of these two teams right here, right now. I should have rigged the wheel spin. What are we doing here? Okay. I wish I wasn't cutting in this video to me right here, right now. What you are seeing, I wish you weren't. But the reason you're seeing that is because this game was a 42-7 blowout. Oh my gosh. Come on. This game was supposed to be the truth. This was supposed to be the highlight of the early stages of this. Pat Mahomes 201-3. He didn't even break a sweat, dude. Josh Jacobs ran for 156 yards and 3 TDs. Nah. And I can definitely see people yelling at me in the comment section for this result, dude. But I split up Texas in a way that made sense geographically. Players born near Dallas, the north part of Texas, versus Houston, more southern. The only thing I might accept an L for is giving Oklahoma-born players to Dallas, but that's the area of Texas that borders Oklahoma up in the north. What was I supposed to do?
This is the worst.
Anyways, the show must go on. Dallas adds Mike Evans. The wheel spun us the Bills, who take on the Giants for their second appearance. Buffalo gets every player from the west side of the state of New York, and yeah, it's not great. 4 players of note, including AJ Terrell, and that's it. They don't even have a QB, dude. This game is an insane mid-off for the state of New York. I don't even know what to say, but the Giants are in position here. We are in OT, and Saquon Barkley just ripped off basically a game-winning. Oh my gosh, what a stud. I was trying so hard not to have to actually watch either of these teams in in action, so I simulated all the way through regulation and a couple possession. Wait, they're throwing it? Tommy DeVito for the win. Oh my gosh. Yep, it's happening. DeVito and his 9 for 25, 105 yards TD intercept. That is so ugly. What in the world?
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
Giants steal Terrell and do now own all of New York. While up next, we got a couple fresh teams. Colts traveling to take on the Titans. Players from Indiana and Kentucky ended up on the Colts. Zach Martin, Terry McLaurin, Jesse Bates. A pretty sick big three, but Desmond Ridder under center doesn't make me feel great. The Titans, meanwhile, get players from Tennessee and Alabama. Solid squad for sure. Defense looking on point. Pollard and Walker in the backfield. Jameis under center. Let's go. Oh, wow. I thought this game was over. Tennessee was up 14-0. Indianapolis, a couple late touchdowns. Desmond Ridder now 3rd and 11. He needs to make a play. He's going to take off for big yardage. After that clutch scramble from Ridder, yeah, the Colts burn 2 downs. They have no timeouts remaining. 14 seconds. They need a touchdown. They have 2 plays yet, but Desmond, can you make one right here on 3rd down? He takes a sack. Tennessee steals Zach Martin to bolster their line. They become an even bigger target on the map while the wheels started our Florida journey. Bucks, Fins, let's go. Miami gets Southern Florida. Nick Bosa, Jalen Ramsey, Pat Surtain, a sick defensive trio, while on the other side, Lamar Jackson, James Cook, Amari Cooper looks good. Tampa Bay, meanwhile, gets Northern-born Floridians, Derwin James, Trey Hendrickson, and Jamel Dean on D. Matty Staff slinging to Deontay Johnson. It could work. This was another odd game that saw a safety early on. Both teams were cooking on offense, but Miami is simply too deep and too talented. Lamar Jackson, 252 and 2 through the air. Another TD on the ground as well. Derwin is now a Dolphin, and ironically, Miami got spun right back up. A chance to take over all Florida here. Players from the east side of the state got put on the Jags. A super nice, super old running back duo in Derrick Henry and Raheem Mostert. Geno Smith under center. Gabe Davis out there, not too shabby. Oh my gosh, look at where we're at, boys. OT between these two Florida in-state rivals. Miami can win this game, all right? 3rd down and 6. Dude, game might be on the line here, Lamar. You got to convert. By the way, Miami, they were up big in this game, as in 21-0. They've choked. Dude, does Geno Smith have a game-winning drive in OT in him? Again, he's led a pretty ferocious comeback. He's toting the rock. Derrick Henry is. That's a smart strategy. I was expecting some checkdowns from Geno or something not too exciting, but on 2nd and 6, he had other plans, baby. What in the world am Oh my gosh. What? This game is insane. Calvin Ridley from Lamar. Derwin, an INT, a pick 6. Miami was up 21-0 and blew it. An absolute juggernaut eliminated, and I felt it would be disrespectful to replace Geno, so Nick Bosa gets stolen. Florida belongs to the Jags. The Cowboys were back up, this time traveling to Arizona. The Cardinals of Arizona are surprisingly talented. Mark Andrews and Christian Kirk, a couple nice targets for MV Purdy under center. Bijan also in the backfield. Can their offense carry? Oh, a 38-yard touchdown. Mahomes to Evans just before half. That could be a backbreaker. Ah, man. Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, I saw this coming. The Cards were very much in the game. It was a tie game heading towards half, but a quick turnaround and touchdown for Dallas. 250 and 4 through the air for Mahomes. That's too good. Mahomes gets his tight end. The boys are expanding west, but we were heading east as the Jets would debut against Tommy DeVito's Giants. I put every player from the state of New Jersey onto the Jets, and low-key, they're stacked. Micah Fitzpatrick, Hassan Reddick on defense, John Taylor and Isaiah Pacheco running behind Quentin Nelson. If only Kenny Pickett wasn't Kenny Pickett, you know? Honestly, I don't know. I don't have words. I don't have words for what I'm seeing. This run from the New York Giants, dude, they won by double digits. What? I made Tommy DeVito. I created him for this roster. He's a 67 overall, maybe even less than that. What? The Jets had a legitimately strong roster too. Oh well. Welcome to the Big Apple, Minka, and welcome to the video, Raiders and Rams. It's about time we hit the West Coast. The Raiders are populated by players from Nevada and Utah. Brandon Ayuk and Puka are a slick duo. Same goes for Ramondre and Jalen Warren. Is Zach Milfson gonna lead them? I split up players from Southern California to the LA teams. The Rams are supremely balanced. They might not have the top end flair, but Jordan Love is a nice option, and Love would do just that. A late TD from the Raiders made it look closer than it was. A nice W for the Rams. With plenty of receiver depth already. I gave the Rams Dalton Schultz, another weapon at tight end. The Rams make our first West Coast move, while up next we'd get the Ravens taking on Washington. I decided to give the Ravens players from Maryland and Delaware. The Diggs brothers are the highlight of this roster. No QBs, hardly any running backs, though. It's a tough scene. While the Commanders being located in Washington, D.C. made this very difficult because I'm going by state. So I decided to give the Commanders players from Virginia and West Virginia. In my defense, their team headquarters are located in Virginia, at least according to Google. So there you go. They've got Justin Simmons and Tremaine Edmonds leading the defensive unit. My guy, Russell Wilson, leading the offense. He doesn't have much help, but maybe he can do it. Gosh darn it. Commander fans are going to be so mad at me. I didn't know what to do. I tried to make these rosters balanced at 14-3. What? Russ gets stolen by the Ravens as a result, and Baltimore takes over that area of the U.S. map that clearly really confuses me. I'm an ignorant Canadian. Like, what do you want from me? What I hope you want from me is one of the best teams to make their first appearance, Jags heading into Carolina. The Panthers are a legit contender with players from both North and South Carolina. Jair Alexander and Dexter Lawrence defensively, but look at this freaking receiving core, dude. Ridiculously stacked. Unfortunately, Daniel Jones is responsible for getting them the rock. Oh, well, okay, Dimes. I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. You've got the Panthers up. Old man Jimmy Graham, I just noticed. I obviously undersold how good the defensive unit was on these Panthers. Look at that performance. I guess maybe I should have given Jacksonville Lamar Jackson. Gino, what happened, dude? Ah, well, we move. The Panthers add King Henry, take over Florida, and the Ravens would bite off more than they could chew with the Browns, as Joe Burrow would lead his new squad to an easy W, 227-3 for the man of the hour. He gets a prize new #1 receiver in Stephon Diggs. The Browns get a nice chunk of real estate, and we'd get the Giants again, this time dragging New England into the video. With players from Massachusetts and Connecticut, the Patriots on paper are not great. Sorry, Bostonians. Don't come for me. I don't think I'm better than you. Oh my gosh. The Giants' Linsanity run might finally be over. I'm okay with that, except it probably means the Patriots are starting one of their own. Never mind. Why would I even begin to think about doubting Tommy DeVito and the New York Giants? Baby, just dump this off to Saquon for it. Oh no, he's going to... He missed that by a mile. Suddenly, this is it. A couple wasted plays from the 7. 4 seconds left. 1 timeout. Unless they go for a quick slant. They go for it. It's to the pylon. Is he? He's not in. He's not in, and I guess they're not reviewing it. Oh my word. He must have just come up a half a yard short. There you go, Will Levis. You played terrible, but I guess outplayed Tommy DeVito. A wild finish. The Pats steal Saquon. They begin a potential East Coast run, while the Rams would make their second appearance heading into Seattle. The Seahawks have dudes from Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. A couple studs in Cooper Kupp, Budda Baker, and Justin Herbert, but they probably aren't deep enough. And unfortunately for my Hawks, that was true. They kept it close, but did take an L. I'll let the Rams upgrade a QB. Welcome in Justin Herbert, as we'd welcome in the Chiefs to the video. Unfortunately, they were challenging the Cowboys. Kansas City does get dudes hailing from Missouri, Kansas, and Arkansas, but their roster, super uninspiring. Dre Greenlaw, Breece Hall, not much else. They don't have a QB. Yeah, I saw that one coming. Dallas adds Greenlaw, improving one of their only weak spots. They also add just so much real estate on the map. The Vikings were back, meanwhile, introducing Chicago into the video. The Bears get the state of Illinois and unfortunately aren't great. Teron Armstead, Sam Laporta, Zeke, the only highlights on offense, but Jimmy G is, well, Jimmy G. This wasn't a massive blowout, but once again, I did see it come. Trey Lance, 308 yards. He's 2-0 in this video. I'm just saying. Mini grabs Armstead as the Broncos joined the video. Again, though, unfortunately having to face the Cowboys out the gates. Gosh, this is trouble. I gave the Broncos players from Colorado, Wyoming, and Nebraska. Their roster is super fun. Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, Trey McBride. Too bad their QB's a freaking hockey stick. And unless Christian McCaffrey one-man teams it and somehow upsets the Cowboys, he's going to end up on the Cowboys. This is bad for everyone else in the video. We're all doomed. We're all doomed.
It is over.
McCaffrey wasn't even good either, dude. 56 yards. That would be like his worst fantasy game of the entire career. And the Cowboys do not need him at all. Josh Jacobs continues to run wild, but it's the only real option. So yeah, CMC joins Dallas. It might be over, dude. Thankfully, the Vikings avoided the Cowboys, instead would take on the Titans in a game that ended up being a surprising blowout. Yeah, end of the road for Trey Lance. Tony Pollard and Ken Walker are affiliated filthy duo for the Titans. I actually forgot how awesome that Titans roster was, especially now adding TJ Watt. They're a legit threat to the Cowboys. Speaking of which, we had a heavyweight battle next, Falcons versus Panthers. Players from Georgia are on the Falcons, and you won't find a much more dynamic duo than Tyreek Hill and a healthy Nick Chubb. Plenty of options at QB2, but probably Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence to Michael Gallup, a big touchdown just before the fourth quarter. And they get another one, Lawrence to Evan Engram. No way, Carolina. Y'all kind of choked. Like, there's really no getting around it. Trevor Lawrence was very good for the Falcons. I mean, they have a fantastic roster, but man, Carolina, they were up there too and went out kind of sad. Atlanta, a definite contender either way. They steal D-Hop, another tasty offensive weapon. This time the Cowboys were on the offensive. Huge matchup with the Titans. Seeing the Cowboys with an 89 overall rating, the Titans with an 80, it doesn't mean everything, but I don't feel great about an upset happening here. Ooh, Jameis Winston to T. Higgins for a touchdown, though. They are out here, the Titans. Okay. And that duo connects again for a touchdown to tie the game in the second half. There he is, Christian McCaffrey making his first impact play for the Cowboys. And I think that might be it, dude. Tennessee's down 10. Get in, get in, get in. He gets pushed in. No, he does. What? He's down? Jameis just missed a man at the back of the end zone. It's just, you're ready up again. Just run the ball. You're at the half yard. I couldn't keep watching Jameis try and operate, but yeah, Tennessee did eventually score a touchdown. They need this onside kick. Okay, well, that was very anticlimactic. Okay. I had a feeling Tennessee could compete, potentially beat the Cowboys, but it wasn't meant to be. Wow, Jameis outplayed Patrick Mahomes. It's that simple. He is that guy, pal. But not that guy enough, as Dallas takes over all this land, welcomes home Zach Martin. Man, the Patriots return to welcome Pittsburgh to the video. Players from West Pennsylvania are on the Steelers with a D-line tandem of Aaron Donald, Cam Hayward. They're going to be competitive, but no QB is probably going to be their undoing. I don't know what just happened here. Jahan Dotson just caught a pass from roster filler in overtime to win the game for the Steelers. Can we just collectively ignore that this game happened?
Yes. Well,
Pittsburgh gets the northeastern tip, and they'd get a chance to expand again, matching up with Cleveland, where order was finally restored in the universe. The Browns dominated. Joe Burrow, a perfect game. Cleveland continues to make silent moves. Adding Aaron Donald is a massive W. Just like our next team up. At long last, the Saints joined the video, narrowly avoiding Dallas territory, heading to face the Falcons. I say at long last because the Saints are probably the most stacked roster. Players from Louisiana and Mississippi. Running back depth for days. Dak Prescott under center and every single stud receiver in the NFL. What in the world? Wow, our first points don't come till midway through the second quarter. Dak to Jamar. Dude, I literally can't believe it. That Dak to Jamar touchdown. The only one for the Saints in this game. The Falcons only have 2, but they are in control here. New Orleans needs to go 80 plus, we'll call it 90 yards for a touchdown. Man, I'm just realizing now this is, I mean, it's not impossible. They got playmakers, but yeah, they only have 1 timeout. Now they're down to 25 seconds. I mean, they are no huddling, but it's, come on, Dak. You got to go deep. You got to go to the sidelines. You got to do both. Oh, he did both things. Is the clock still right? Nah, they use a timeout. Jamar Chase. Come on, Dak. You've got Justin Jefferson. You've got, who else? Jamar Chase. Do they have AJ2? I don't know. I shouldn't say that. They might. They've got a million. My point is, big chunk play right here towards the sideline. You are wasting so much time. There it is. There it is. There you go. It's over. It's over. Dak just sailed another pass out of bounds on second down. This is their final play of the game. All this talent. Their defense is good too. And Dak Prescott. What are you doing? What am I? Wait a minute. Okay, all right. I thought we might have had another Geno situation. No, not meant to be. I don't know what Dak was thinking. It was a tough call on who to steal for the Falcons. Instead of Dak or another receiver, I grabbed Chris Jones for their defense. Cleveland got spun once again, finally welcoming the Lions into the video. Players from Michigan are obviously on the Lions, led by Sauce and Judon defensively, Kirk Cousins at QB, but a dearth of weapons at his disposal. Yeah, too little too late in joining this video, Detroit. I'm sorry. The Browns are sneaky, man. Sauce, another great addition. Meanwhile, the wheel was just refusing to give us our few remaining first-time teams. Thankfully, the Rams did force the Chargers to play. As mentioned, I balanced the Rams and Chargers lineups with players from Southern California. The Chargers, they've got talent, man. Fred Warner, Amon-Ra, Olave, CJ Stroud at QB. They might be stacked. But then again, this might also be the Rams town. Baby Justin Herbert to Michael Pittman. Oh no, Tyler Algier is it? Chargers, wake up, man. Okay, there you go, Jamal Jamal Williams. Yeah, that Jamal Williams touchdown cut the lead down to like 20. I low-key thought the Chargers roster was better that I created, but Justin Herbert, they also added someone else, right? Fair enough, I guess. Now the Rams add Fred Warner to their D and become one of just 5 teams remaining on our map. Another one of those 5. The 49ers finally up, taking on those very same Rams. San Francisco stacked with talent from Northern California. Devontae Adams on the outside, Vita Vea clogging up the inside. But can they have like 3 different QBs play at once? Oh my goodness, with the fate of California, the entire state hanging in the balance here at SoFi, we've got overtime. Josh Allen and the Niners are driving. This is the first possession of OT. All of a sudden, it's 3rd and 5 for Josh and the Niners. They can get a first down here, or preferably a touchdown. Josh to the end zone. It's wow, they actually did get a first down. Okay. Brad, this OT possession has been brutal, so grueling. Again, it's 3rd down. The Niners have gone backwards. It's off to Mixon. He breaks a tackle, but not the second one. After all that chaos, the Rams defense bends, but does not break. Okay, it's there for their offense to win it. In short order, Justin Herbert would find a chunk play to Michael Pittman for a first down. Then moments later, a big one to Michael Thomas. Yup, they're in business. We're on to 2nd and goal now. Are they gonna let Herbert cook, or are they gonna let Tyler Algier? Oh my gosh, they're just giving the ball to Tyler Algier. When did Sean McVay get replaced by Arthur Smith? Come on now, you gotta convert this, Rams. Don't choke, don't. Oh my gosh. Okay, there it is. Tyler Algier. That was a nice little run, and that is clutch for the Rams. Good defense, good offense in OT, baby. Welcome to LA, Devontae, and welcome to 4 teams remaining on the wheel. No getting around it, boys. The Cowboys are up, heading northeast into Cleveland Browns territory. All right, an absolute doozy of a matchup. The 89 overall Cowboys, the 84 overall Cleveland Browns. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes. We love it. Oh no, Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard rush TD. That's trouble, boys, because that random Cowboys TD, one of 5 on the game, that was the final nail in the coffin. It wasn't even close. I wish I could have made it close, competitive, epic, but no. Yeah, 141 yards, 2 TDs. That's a bit better of a fantasy game there, Christian. Travis Kelce from the Browns was just begging to be reunited with Pat Mahomes, and I obliged. And with the Cleveland Browns vanquished, Dallas taking over all this territory, unfortunately, there's no getting around it. The Cowboys will be playing in our second to last game right now. They will either get spun for and challenge one of our 2 teams. Yes, exactly. There's no or. It doesn't matter. The Cowboys were playing it. It's that simple, and they're heading somewhat west. We'll call it into Rams territory, the unlucky victim, or maybe the hero we all need. Yeah, we know Dallas is great. They have 4 99 overalls. They've got Myles Garrett, who should probably be 99. Same with Trent Williams. This roster's outdated. Whatever, doesn't matter. The Rams have Devontae, Fred Warner, Joel Bitonio, Michael Pittman. Yeah, it's definitely not as good on paper. But they also have, in theory, at least home field advantage. Nope, SoFi's probably going to be filled with Cowboys fans. I'm struggling to find a silver lining here, Rams. Okay, everybody calm down. The first touchdown of the game goes to Justin Herbert and the Rams. Dallas is back up. They got a touchdown themselves. 10-7. Patrick Mahomes to Mike Evans. He's got too many weapons. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Justin Herbert to Dalton Schultz. This is a 1-point game, ladies and gentlemen. No, I lied. Okay, the Rams went for a 2-point convert way back when they missed it, so it's a 2-point game. It doesn't matter. All they would need is a field goal here, but it's 3rd and 18. Justin Herbert, make magic happen, buddy. Throwing on the run. He's got a man. Michael Pittman, first down. I can't remember who it is, but I know there were a bunch of field goal kickers from Los Angeles, so they surely have a good one. Devontae Adams in the slot. I can't believe my eyes, dude. The Cowboys, I think their secondary is good too. They have everything. I just assumed it. No, Herbert, you could run this, my guy. You could run. Oh, Madden is so dumb. Wait, what is what? No, Madden, don't glitch out now. Why are you kicking a field goal 2nd and 10 from distance? Did he get it? No way. I can't tell from the replay. Did he miss this? Did he? Oh. What? No. I get it. The Rams are out of timeouts. I get it. They did not need to kick. It was 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert could have run for a first down and then some on the previous play, but I was willing to ignore that. I feel like I'm going crazy. I can't. What did I just watch?
Say goodnight, motherfucker.
I'm sorry, everybody other than Cowboy fans. We had it. We had it, dude. flat out one of, nah, Madden 2K. This is the most insane finish to an Imperialism video I've ever had. I can't believe it. I'm honestly in shock. We will spin once for home field advantage. Not that, is it even gonna matter? Oh, sure. Yeah, just give it to the Cowboys. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Yep, they had Fred Warner. They actually didn't have a great middle linebacker. Nick Bolton, like an 80-something. Now they have Fred Warner. There you go. Had the Falcons played like 3 or 4 more games similar to the Cowboys, I would say that they could win this game. But as it is, they just, Chris Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, not enough upgrades, dude. Like they're not on that level. Oh wait, I just remembered we didn't need to spin for home field advantage. I'll put these teams in the Super Bowl. The Falcons 84 overall, the Cowboys 91. Do we get a miracle that we just missed out on? Do we get it again? Just when I felt at my lowest in this video, like the Cowboys would never be defeated, we jumped into the Super Bowl. I'm just kidding. I'm just, what? The epic voice, Jay, it's just, cut it out, cut it out. I don't know what to tell you all. The LA Rams, the folks, the good hometown boys from Los Angeles, they were our only hope at avoiding this inevitability in this video. As indeed you see Christian McCaffrey, Patrick Mahomes, all the homegrown talent, all the fire additions for the Dallas Cowboys celebrating in confetti. The Atlanta Falcons were simply no match. Again, if they had a few more upgrades, maybe they would have been, but woulda, coulda, shoulda, man. The Cowboys did that. A truly dominating performance by the Cowboys. They played so many games, so it is to their credit that they are NFL Imperialism champs, hometown teams edition. I'm really curious how people are going to react to that Rams game and the end of it. If you watched all the way through to the end and saw that madness, let me know down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Took me forever to record, and I feel like I lost my mind at some point. So there you go.